we're going to talk about an interesting one from Tutto Mercato Web. They say that Napoli are considering making a shock move for Dejan Kulusevski from Tottenham this summer. Napoli could test the water to see if Tottenham are willing to listen to offers for Decky this summer. The report explains that their pursuit of the Spurs winger is linked to the desire to appoint Antonio Conte, with the club president De Laurentiis ready to do anything to bring the former Tottenham boss to Naples. What do you make out of this?
Anything, eh?
Anything.
Kavisha? Anything? Look, it's a bit of an awkward conversation at the moment because Decky's obviously in really bad form. No getting away from that. He doesn't, at the moment, he's not doing, playing on the right wing to the level that we want our kind of wingers to play. Not to the level, I should say, to what we want in terms of the characteristics, I think it's fair to say. Now, if we want to move him more central, you've got Maddison at the moment. Obviously, the Celso's still there. On the another number 8 position, you've got Sarr and Bentancur who are above him. So there's not a clear natural place for him in the central either. So it does leave an awkward conversation for where it leaves Decky. I love Decky. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think he's got brilliant attributes. I think he's got a role to play for us. But if there was a very good offer to come in, like a serious offer, that would tempt Spurs to maybe sell. Given those factors, maybe I would be open to a big offer. I don't think I would sell him cheaply. I wouldn't sell, obviously we signed him for 20 million, 25 million. I think you want double that, I think you want at least 50 for Decky. Maybe if Spurs are interested in Kavisha, if there's a deal to be done in a swap deal or something, I would be quite open to that because Kavisha would be a brilliant signing for Spurs and he would be a better fit for Spurs than Decky, I'll probably say. But I don't know if Spurs are seriously entertaining any offers for Decky.
I thought we signed Decky for more because there was a loan fee plus the 30 million that we signed him for. So
maybe it was like 35 then.
I thought it was even more than that. I don't think we should be selling Decky for anything less than 60, 65 million. I think he's a top quality player with top quality attributes, young as well. He's got a long contract here as well. So I don't think that we should be forced to selling to anywhere near the 40, 45 million pound mark, 50 million even. It needs to be more than that because that's what the player deserves in terms of the quality that he is. I agree with you. I don't think he fits in on the right-hand side of the attack anymore in terms of what we're trying to do. But I do see a room for him in the middle. I don't think Giovanni Lo Celso will be here after this coming summer. So I can see him taking that spot in the squad and fighting Maddison for that number 10 role in the midfield. And as well, when we're playing against low kind of blocks, we can play him alongside Maddison. So even if he's fighting Maddison for that role in the middle of the park, I still see him having more than enough minutes in a season to keep him happy.
Yeah, I do, for sure. But is that what he wants? Does he not want to be a star player? He's a star. And he should be a star for Spurs. And he was, I thought, at the beginning of the season. First 10 games I thought he was brilliant. But look, no getting around it. He's, for a few months now, it's not been the same level for one reason or another. And you can't really blame injuries or anything like that for it because he's pretty much been available the whole season. So it's hard to put your finger on what's happened with Decky. The last few games especially, his confidence has really dropped. Obviously, I'm a big believer in Decky. I love him as a player. And obviously, I think the stance should be he's not for sale. But if there is a chance to get Kavisha and they want Decky and Decky's open going there, I wouldn't be completely close to that.
Look, if we how do you see a deal looking for Kavisha and Decky? Because Kavisha's value is probably north of 100 million, something like that.
Yeah, it'd have to be money plus Decky.
40 million plus Decky, something like that.
30 plus Decky, surely.
30 plus Decky.
That tests the waters.
Yeah, I'll definitely accept that. I think Kavisha is one of the most perfect wingers that we could sign in the system that we're playing. So if we could do a deal like that, I'll be very much open to it. But yeah, I completely agree that the stance should be not for sale. But we'll see what happens in the summer. Although I don't really see Napoli kind of stumping up the cash. We know teams from around Europe are kind of hard of cash. And they're not going to be spending 60, 70 million on a player, are they?
Mm-hmm. It is Tutto Mercato Web, to be fair.
Yeah. And last but not least, let's talk about Bryan Gil. As Sevilla publication Vamos Mi Sevilla say that Tottenham have already written off their investment for winger Bryan Gil. Spurs head coach Postecoglou is willing to let the winger leave on a permanent basis and are demanding €6 million for Gil.
Yeah. It's time to cut your losses, I guess.
€6 million. We spent 25 million plus Eric Lamela.
Yeah, but unfortunately, in what he's shown since he's been here, has he shown anything more than that kind of fee, to be honest? Unfortunately, in a Spurs shirt anyway, I should say. I think when he's been on loan, he's been a bit better, but unfortunately, the when he's been in a Spurs shirt, the opportunities he's had, he just hasn't done it. He hasn't been shown he can play in the Premier League. He's now, nearing 24 years of age. He's not a youngster anymore. And he doesn't look like he's ever going to be the right fit for us. And teams know that we tried to sell him before and we weren't really getting the offers. We're not going to get anywhere near our money back. And who's really going to be spending big money on him right now with what he's shown? So unfortunately, you just got to take what you can get. As much as I don't think he's a £6 million player. I think he is worth more than that, but we aren't going to get more than that right now.
Yeah, you'll kind of think of him as like a youth player still, and he's like 23 years of age. He's like same age as Decky?
Yeah,
more or less. So I mean, you look at those two players and you just can't believe that they're actually the same age. 2 years left in his contract. His contract runs till 2026. So I guess this summer is the time to sell him, isn't it? So, well, last summer was probably the time to sell him, really. But yeah, I think Spurs will listen to offers, and I think it will get done this summer. And that brings up the need to sign a winger even more so, with Bryan Gil going out the door. But that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding all the news stories we've brought to you today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always,
come on you Spurs.